Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Mind Pockets. I'm Ben. How are y'all doing? Okay. Before we get started, Nikki, hello. Nikki, I don't know what happened and where we lost track of it. Oh, make sure it's. We have the book. We have the hard covers. I have a couple of soft covers. The one thing that we didn't check, other than picture coloring, spell check, and I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, to be fair, Lasagna knows how I feel about it, and everybody who knows me should know how I feel about it. Here is the last page. That is a note to Sophia, and then this is a blank page. And then the next page is also blank. I don't know how I feel about it. There is a chance that I go in and fix it. But all you Patreon people will have technically a version of the book that is there's nothing wrong with it. It's a totally fine book. I will find a way to fix the last page, but for whatever reason, part of me is I don't know. I'm not gonna sleep good. So if it does get fixed, know that whoever is on part of the Patreon, patreon.com/JasonWhimsy, you will have. I don't have any of the old books. Ooh, I do. I do. Uh, Nothing. And most people never notice the difference. And we would play it off like the back page, like the back of the book is okay. Like this, the back gives us the closing. And I get that. But part of me says that there should also be one on the back end on the last page. There is no whimsy page at the end. And I don't know how fuck, dude, I do know how I feel about it. I don't like it. Like so much so that like I might go back in and reorder extra copies that are fixed. Hold on, let me find one. Okay. So last year, here's last year's book. Thought the back page wasn't whimsy because the cover is. Yeah, I know, but for whatever reason. So here's year two, and then let's look real quick for a year one. Hold on, let's find a year one. Like I like I could wrap my head around it and be like, yeah, yeah, we did it on purpose. And I think maybe we did, but we didn't. I don't know what happened. Like this is 100% me, man. This is like uh Nikki fucking killed it. The whole book again. Um but we were focusing a lot on there's a coloring issue that we had with one of the pictures. There was the forward and some of the notes in the back end. Yeah, so part of me may or may not be upset about it. I don't know. Because the back, I'm pretty sure the covers on all of them have whimsy on the back too. I noticed it today because I delivered one. Lasagna and Hammer got theirs. Um, so here's the workaround. I'm going to go in all these books, all 20 of these that I have. And I'm going to write the whimsy personally in the back. It's just a nice little thank you with the whimsy, just so that way I can say that the last page technically has whimsy on it. But those are out. Um, I have the stickers to put on them. I'll start delivering those this weekend and Monday. in theory, have enough, whatchamacallits, labels so I can mail them out to the handful that get them. I'm going to deliver a couple of extras for thank yous, kind of, right? So um, I don't know. But yeah, hey, the book's out, guys. If you guys are interested in the year 3 yearbook, patreon.com/chasing the whimsy, sign up. Um, but Ben, it is a whimsy yearbook. Every page is a whimsy page. I know. It'd be like, it'd be like if I ended a show without a whimsy. I would like to note that everybody, we just watched the movie today, and Hammer used the whimsy very Liam-like. Of I'm tired of hearing this conversation. Whimsy ended the show, so it was kind of nice to see uh, an abrupt whimsy. Nothing bad. We got so far off track. It was his way of saving the episode before we went into God knows what else we would get into. But uh, I have paperbacks if anybody's interested. If you're not on the Patreon and you still want one, reach out to me, whimsy at chasingthewhimsy.com or chasingthewhimsy@gmail.com. Reach out, let me know. Uh, I technically have extra copies of 1 and 2. I am in the process of finding a way to get the $4 tier of the book every year. So I'm going to start playing with some of that stuff soon. Uh, it's been an interesting week, everybody. I'll probably talk about it more on Monday. I did absolutely, after Nooners on Monday, I did 0 podcast related stuff. I didn't check an email. I didn't get on the computer. I didn't do anything from Monday at 1 to today at 11. I didn't even play with it last night. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Not a single whimsy related thing at all for 5 days. Anyway, we did get Mind Pockets because I did have a bunch of fun Mind Pockets today. It was a Liam trademark move, whimsy reject ripcord. Yes, 100% it was. And what's interesting is that was the original idea behind the whimsy. Was I mean, it's nice when someone can officially end it, um, but only since Liam and now Hammer have actually pulled the ripcord and the show, and I appreciate it. So um, it gets back to the roots, man. We're technically in year 4, everybody. Year 4. We're still doing good. We're still going strong. Episode 183, I think, was the one that posted on Monday. Um, it was a different take on an anniversary show. I recommend going back listening to it. It was 2 hours long. It was me and my friend Melio from 2006. It was a 20-year reunion of one of the original members of the original CTW from 20 years ago. Um, in the conversation, we did hear about a 22-year-old Ben, which was interesting. But then it's the better part, dude. Fuck, that was supposed to be a mind pocket. I say what is interesting so much. I telegraph so much stuff with that phrase. I'm going to stop trying to using it. But I like the episode because it does show that even 20 years ago, Ben had a certain lifestyle that is reminiscent of what we're doing today with Whimsy. Um, both CTWs, different names. One was Crazy Team Wins, one was Chasing the Whimsy. But a lot of the foundations of both very relatable. Fantastic episode. I absolutely enjoyed it. So go back, listen to it. Hear stories from 2006, and then how Ben has influenced some lives. I think it was a good episode, 2 hours long. Does it feel like 2 hours? It was a pretty good 2 hour So I go back and listen to that, I think 183. But that was the anniversary show. So happy anniversary, everybody. Welcome to year 4. I should write this down that episode 120 starts year 4. Yes. I have no ideas what we're doing for Monday. Zero ideas. If anybody has an idea or wants to record with me on for Monday's show, let me know because I have not looked or talked about anything for Monday. But we are Mind Pockets. I had probably one of the coolest weeks I've ever had. I've recorded a couple of thoughts and comments. I've recorded them. I'm going to play them for you guys today, and we are going to find out what kind of week Ben has had. Uh, many highs, and unfortunately a normal Ben low, but we'll get there. Let's get on with some Mind Pockets. I do like my buttons.
How crazy is it? Movies don't stay in theaters very long. Like, I gotta go back and watch The Invite again. Gone, gone. It's like only in like 3 theaters now. Like, how crazy? They're only in there for a week, maybe 2. Like, you can't even find Jackass 5 anymore. Like, that movie's gone. Like, if you don't see anything the first week, it's crazy how fast they're pushing these things out. And then I gotta go to like some weird, like, I don't mind going to, I prefer to, but some rando fucking indie film house to fucking watch some of these movies, like, still in week 3. Oh, it's so weird.
One of the reasons why the box office seems to be doing so poorly these days is like Jurassic Park back in like what 91, 92, we're in theaters for like fucking 9 weeks, 10 weeks. Odyssey will obviously be in theaters for the next probably 6 weeks. But the invite, I wanted to go back and see it again. I almost pulled the trigger because I joked and I hinted I was going to pay people to go see the movie because that's how much I enjoyed this movie, and then I was going to pay for like Lasagna and Hammer to go, but then like I couldn't even find a fucking showing anywhere. Um, which yeah, I don't like it. 'Cause I went to the one Harkins where I originally saw it, gone 3 days, 3 days and it's gone. Can't find it anywhere. You had to go to like wherever the fuck. And then like yeah, like I right now, let's fucking Google this thing real quick. If you guys wanted to in town find the movie The Invite Showtime. There's one at the mall. Okay, the malls that have it, but there's only one showing. No, that was today. Hold on, tomorrow. One showing near me. The 2 malls will have 2 showings. That's it, man. Like it is weird to see how fast these movies are being pushed out, and I don't like it because if I don't, I might not want like hey, the Watch Crime Warlock. New, how you doing? Um, what okay? We have Odyssey that just came out. We have the new Spider-Man coming out, and then we have Doomsday obviously coming out. Like if I don't want to go like weekend of, I worry like do I have to see it within like 10 days of its original? I mean, those are obviously blockbusters. They're going to keep those ones in for a while. But like the hidden gems, like the invite, I'm telling you right now, the invite's going to win all kinds of stuff. Um, definitely supporting actor. We're going to see a bunch of nominations. We're going to see maybe I'd give it a directing, maybe an adapted screenplay. I'm the friend of yes, Alorgus. Thought I'd drop by and say hello. Well, hello. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you guys on your guys' live streams. You guys have been talking a lot of Magic the Gathering lately. Huge fan. So much so, and which is very interesting. God damn it, Ben. Why do I always say interesting? God. Okay. Episode 183. I talked to somebody who I met playing Magic the Gathering. So what is super interesting is, God dang it, man, it's so like in my face right now. I'm enjoying that Magic the Gathering is somehow filtered back into my life. It was a huge um, thing that me and my friends bonded over. We applied to some of the ideas and concept behind deck construction into like real life. It was fun talking about it. And then Olurgus has a podcast, his live streams where he's deck constructing, which is absolutely the best. I so much enjoy. Um, was it Pendle Dragon Commander? So uh, Hazy is working on a deck also. I might also attempt to be working on a deck because they did invite people who want to play test onto the show. So there is a chance that I will get something together, and I'd love to come and hang out, play test some decks with you guys. Pendragon. What did I say? Pendle Dragon? I was close. Um, I thought what a coincidence. Magic had been chopped up all over the place. It's crazy. Yeah. Magic the Gathering, man. In it works too because JJ's starting to do Pokemon, which is Magic adjacent, but uh it's interesting. That one I did on purpose. Mm, no more today, guys. I should have a that's an interesting swear jar. I'll donate X amount of dollars for every time I say it. But yes, hey, welcome. Thank you. Feel free to hang out, jump in wherever you want. This will take about an hour. But yes, I like new people. Thank you.
New idea for, I don't know if it's an episode, like an interview bit, like an interview episode. Okay. I instead of me just asking them questions, also have them ask me questions, and like have this like weird like 50-50 back and forth. Mark did it a bunch. Malio just did it, but it's interesting when people want to ask me questions. And I don't mind it. But then do we also do like a whimsy gauntlet type thing where I would also play the gauntlet, where they would ask me a bunch of questions versus me asking them a bunch of questions? In theory, I like it, but at the same time, do I like where do I lose control of the episode? Like, what if I get asked a question I want to answer? Like, that's the beauty of being host, right? I get to stay wherever I want to stay. I can't get blindsided by a random question. But I do like the questions. So I don't know. It's not the worst idea, but I don't know. I mean, times like I guess it wouldn't be like a Jim Bynes interview. I want to ask him to ask me questions. But like if I nostalgia tour, maybe we do something like that.
All right. Some of the Whimsy with the Z episodes, Mark, for whatever reason, loves to fucking call me out at the end of the episode to ask how I'm doing. And I give him that answer. Malio also did the same thing. And I do enjoy it. I do enjoy like I don't know. I don't it's like it's such a simple idea. Um but yeah, like if have somebody on like a question episode. So like the next time like Nikki's on, Nikki's probably gonna be next for my nostalgia tour, maybe. But like I don't know. Here's where we have to workshop this real quick. Do I whoever next rando person guest is, right? Whether it be Lasagna Hammer, Nikki, or somebody ish newish, right? Um, Do I ask them to bring a handful of questions? Or do I just like in the invite be like, hey, just FYI, feel free to ask any questions that you would like to know about that? I guess that, or if we did the Whimsy Gauntlet, then I would have to actually answer the same Gauntlet questions. But it does go back to the idea of the beauty of being a host is I don't have to say anything that I don't want to, and I can deflect all day because that is what Ben does best right now. Deflect. Shiny fucking things over here. Fun guests talking about fun stuff. Fun weird stories or anecdotes, and Ben doesn't have to actually talk about anything he doesn't want to talk about. But somewhere I do think I'd like to try and find an opportunity for people to ask me questions. And I do think people generally, because what's interesting with the Malio one, we haven't talked for like 20 years. So like obviously, if I'm grilling him about everything he's been up to, I only stand to reason that he would want to know, vice versa. Um, I am trying to track down. Here's the weirdest thing. I don't know how to find some of these old people from back in like '06, '08. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you questions. Yes. Like I would do. Could we do a whole episode? Okay, I'm going to throw this out there real quick first. Anybody who wants to come on to this show or the regular episode and strictly ask me questions and we kind of flip it a little bit, let me know. I will 100% do a let's ask Ben questions. That's why I really enjoy doing the podcast with Lurgus when people get involved and ask us questions. Yes, you guys very much interact, have a good time. I do enjoy that. Be warned, I'll grill you. I would almost call you out on that because I don't like do you, are you ready to be on the podcast? Because 100% year 4, their lives are fun. A little bit all over the place, not necessarily all over the place, but um it sidetracks every once in a while. But I have enjoyed a lot of the magic talk, feedback, Hazy giving his input, talking cards. I jump in, try to help out a little bit with some card suggestions. Maybe you make it a segment within interviews. Ooh, and pre-send them some question guidelines. I've been on the Mother's Day episode. Yes, yes, you have. You have been on the Mother's Day episode. Okay, I get Joe. Oh shoot, I can get boyfriend Joe. He won't come on. Okay, but if I did get a boyfriend Joe, come on. Let's talk about our shenanigans, and then just be like, hey, FYI, halfway through, ask me some questions, and we'll finish it off. I think we can figure a way to ask some questions in there. Uh, yeah, instead of me just live streaming and just fucking sad dadding all the way through a bunch of stuff. Like we're gonna get sad dad at the back of this, and I don't know how much of it I'm going to talk about. So like it could be totally a question later on to be like, hey Ben, Mind Pocket 120, you refuse to get into any kind of depth. Dude, I wish there was somebody that listened enough that when they were on, they would call back old episodes to be like, Ben, you started talking about a conversation on episode 29. What did you mean by that? I'd be like, well, let me tell you. Megan can do both me and her. No. I would be down through with anything as chaotic as it has right now in my life. How soon? Yeah, I'd love that. We are going to have Alargus on soon, and Hazy, obviously. You are welcome to be a part of that episode also. Um, but yes, love to have you guys on. Yeah. Then it got me thinking because we wanted to do the Patreon one, the Whimsy After Dark. That's when we can get into some fucking fun questions. Hmm. I would be interested to see a crossover with Lurgus and Hazy. Uh, yeah, I talked to him a couple of weeks ago. Congratulated him on his podcast and let him know that we would definitely figure something out. We did run several ideas by uh, some Magic the Gathering content, um, whether it be I want to play. I want to do a cube deck with them. So I threw out some ideas. We're working through a couple of things, but 100%, yeah. He congratulated us on our anniversary show on both Monday shows. So thank you, Lurgus, for the fucking comments, man. I appreciate it. But yes, we're gonna work out a way so you guys can ask questions. Now, to be fair, there was a segment that Lasagna has not sent in yet of where you guys can email me, and I would answer some questions on Monday. I do have one bit that is at a teacher, an educator of sorts, send me some information of some research that she had done. So that should be coming out soon. I don't know if it's gonna make it Monday. Of course, we do our best, mate. From high school, we have known each other for a long time. That's awesome. You could tell too. You could tell. Your guys' chemistry is super good. I want to come in and just wreck house, man. That's what I do. No, no, I don't think so. I think you guys do pretty good.
So after talking to Malio, I started thinking about all my different hustles. And then I realized one of my favorite hustles, and I think Kelly would like maybe agree, but it was the look around and then ask him to come back hustle. Like, I'll have to show you. But it's, let me see what I got. Look around. Come back in 10 minutes. And then when they come back, boom, hooked them. I'm trying to think, what's it called? So it's the no, come back later, yes. It's amazing. It's like the weirdest cells, and it works. Best hustle I have.
God, I sound so dumb. Okay. My favorite hustle of all time. It worked its prime. I never quite got that point. I was too nice to the regulars, 100%. Okay. But to be fair, now she worked it really well. She's like, she took care of the regulars and the regulars took care of her. So, like, the slow roll. Yes, that's what it's called. Good God, Ben. The the stop and come back. Like, how stupid is that? The slow roll. Okay. Kelly and I would work together. And again, best teammate you could have at work. We are fully aware of everything that we have available, right? So we know what is able to be shipped. We know all the availability for shipping. We would tell most people no more shipping. Not tonight, sorry. But there were regulars that come in. And I know that there's at least three more spots that we have. Three more spots. And what's funny is we would hold those three because we knew because we can get rid of those in a pinch if necessary. But when you get in at 11 o'clock and you got people coming, it's like, let's slow roll this thing for a little bit. So we turn some people away. But then you see someone come in, right? Uh, and they're like, hey, do you have anything available for shipping tonight? And I'm like, okay, here it is, ready? My favorite part, right? It's the, let me take a look. And then it's the whole cell, ready? It's the, look over your soldiers, make sure there's no manager available, right? So they can come back in 5 minutes, right? So then they come back in 5 minutes, and then you're like, I think I found something. And then you do one more look. I got you. And then you it's so dumb. And then they're like, huzzah, you found something for me. Thank you for shipping my package. Here's a little extra. I don't know what it is, man. One of my favorite hustles, the slow roll. It is, it's there the whole time, 100 the whole time. But it's the combination of I don't have it, but come back. So when they come back, they feel like they have something that they shouldn't have had. But then you also have to sell the look, right? Of like, I'm doing something dirty, I'm doing something wrong. I got it. I don't know, like, I used to do it at the bowling alley too. I don't know. Let me see if I have anything. I got you. Um, yeah, they like it because they got something they shouldn't have had, and now they have something. That's why we were a great team. Some people live the con, and some people live the good service. 100%, 100%. Occasionally there was the there was the um, we have it, but go away because we have to discuss if we're comfortable technically. Um, the trucks can only carry so many packages, and we would look at it to be like, I think we could fit one more. And then we're like, okay, but if another shipment comes in tonight, we're going to be screwed. And that's where a good team works because, yeah, you have to like analyze it all. A good hustle only works if nothing gets if everything works out correctly. No one gets found out. We don't overstock the shipments, but that is uh, one of my favorite hustles. We talked a lot of hustles on the episode with Malio. Absolutely one of my favorite things to do. And it doesn't work without a good team either. Because I can't do it now. Most people will be like, there's a room right there. There's a room right there. I'm like, whoa, whoa. Shut up. Let me do my thing. Um, but yes, good service says, I'll get you all the time. The con says, I'll get you when there's not supposed to be something. Like I build a fake false supply and demand. And then they got it. Such a good hustle. One of my favorites. Um, can't think of too many other hustles that we had that were as good as that. That's why Kelly has to be on the podcast because I have a list of stories that we need to tell. We need to record and then eventually release them. Baldwin fiasco. Kruger got drugged fiasco. Uh, the bomb scare. The Goldsmith bomb scare. All kinds of good stories. All good hustles.
Got Sophie for the week. And day one, no joke. No, not day one. The first overnight, no joke. 4:30. This chick is up at 4:30. Like, hey, wake up. Let's do something. And I was like, what are we doing at 4:30 in the morning? To be fair, she did go back to sleep for a minute, but then she got up, made her breakfast, watched some TV, and then I get up at like 7. Ooh, this girl keeping me on my toes.
Kelly wants no part of the previous hustle. Um, it was Ben's hustle for sure, but she was my moral compass on whether or not it should work. So, regardless, you're part of it. Sorry. Welcome to my world. So, Sophia's fucking cool, man. Yeah, for whatever reason, like 4:30, she just got dude, and the how awake she is at 4:30 is amazing. Um, she was just like, "Hey, man, She did again. She does. She did go lay back down, which was good. But um, this weekend we had it set up where uh, she can make her own breakfast. So she turned on the TV, her movie, sat down, had some breakfast, and then like 15 minutes later, I'll get up and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she's just excited and happy. One time, holy crap! There was one day she woke up at like 2:30, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "You cannot be. We cannot start the day at 2:30." I was still awake. I was bending. I was, um, but she's so funny. I put her back to bed, and she made me read her another story, and then she went right back to sleep. So fucking, that's pretty cool. If you tell her it's not time to wake yet, she'll go lay back down. Um, for the most part, there's only two times where she I think got up a little bit too early. One, I did put her back to sleep, and I had to read her a story, which was totally cool. Um, I start most days now at 3 a.m. That's rough. You work that early? Crazy. Why are you starting your days at 3 a.m.? You got hustled by your own child who would never read another story yet. And it can't be the same one that we read that night. She's like, no, no, new book. And then, still tired. She's so fun. Like, uh, I was reading it, and I was like, she started to like fall asleep, and she had to like turn. She's like, I need to see the pictures, and I'm like, but the lights are off, and I can't see. And she's like, I need to see the pictures. I have to get up in hopes to get into work. I do day labor right now. Okay, okay, 3 a.m. I get it. We have this amazing kid alarm clock. It is color coded. When it's red, it's sleep time. Yellow is quiet playtime in the room. Green is okay to come. Oh, that's actually really cool. I like that. Okay, I like that. Uh, that's actually really interesting. Like, where do you find this kid alarm clock? So we did really good. Again, she made her breakfast, chilled, showed her how to work all the remotes, turned everything on. She was fucking killing it. Um, no DNA tests. Yes, definitely our kids. I like that alarm clock idea though. I wish I would have came up because Gingy used to get up me up at 5:52. Was it always 5:52? Like every freaking day. That is wild, and it sucks too because like you might be able to wrap your head around 6 a.m. It's at 8 minutes that becomes offensive. It's like why couldn't you for 8 more minutes just go away? 5:52 is at my bedside. Uh, she used to get up at 3, snuggle in my room instead of until it's real time to wake up. She does like that. She does. She's a good snuggler, but I think it bothers her because I still sleep with my lights on. So I think she was like, "Why are the lights still on?" That's how Dad sleeps. Which I'm sure scientifically that's not the best way to sleep, but Sophia kept me on my toes, even at it's genetic. The best unproved hypothesis is perhaps a neighbor their house every day at 5:50 to work or something. I never knew for sure. Hmm. Start knocking on the neighbors' doors, like, "Hey, man, did you guys ever leave at 5:50?" Possibly. Okay, I can see that. Does his window? Because his window, back of the house. Okay, so you could, in theory, hear a car leaving. Maybe if he sleeps really late. Is that something different? Um, is it a generational thing? Because if I ever woke up early, I don't know, mom. I think mom's working probably, but I'm pretty sure that when I woke up early as a kid, it was just like grab the biggest bowl of cereal I can find with the biggest wooden spoon and just sit on the couch until God knows when. Um, but I don't know if it was like, but I don't remember that young. If I was just like, hey, let's fucking go do something.
So here's the coolest thing about being 6 is no matter what I do, I am still the coolest person in the world. She doesn't even notice that my handyman craftsman skills suck. But yeah, I'm like the coolest person because I made something. But the reality is, no idea what I was doing. Barely got it fixed or put up. Dude, this thing was a mess. But she doesn't like. I don't know, something awesome. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's to me, I see all the flaws and everything else. She only sees like the awesomeness of it. So fucking thank God, fucking 6-year-olds don't care about like my craftsman skills.
There was a discussion at mom's. I wanted it to LED cotton clouds. Okay. So there was a discussion like why I didn't watch a video, no idea. Like, should have watched the video. Okay. I was gonna DIY this thing. I asked for some feedback. How do I get this? How do I attach this thing to a ceiling, a popcorn ceiling? And then it was like, I don't even know if you can. She's always just the sweetest. If we draw together, she tells me how good I'm doing. Um, when we were playing video games today, she was like, "You're the best ever, Dad, dude, 100%, man. How cool is that?" So I bought we had the LEDs. I bought some poster board. Uh, I a couple different types of glue. Uh, Side note, not the right glue, but we put it together. Looks cool. I wouldn't let her turn it on until I had it installed. So we put it together, and this thing is fucking falling apart. Like in hindsight, I could do it again like a fucking pro next time. But we got two big poster boards, all the cotton, put it up. So now, so thank God they have bunk beds because now I can reach the ceiling at least. But now I'm like, you can't tape it. I can't I don't have a fucking drill or screws big enough. And then it's like, okay, so it's long. It's two poster boards long, right? Which means there's a little bit of weight to it. So if I try to put screws to screw it into the wall or the ceiling, the weight is ripping the paper. Dude, I'm up there sweating like a fucking crazy person. Uh, I ended up nailing it. Fuck it. I just got nails and a hammer, and I was just upside down, wheezing. I, I, I'm not the handiest guy ever, so like, God knows how many nails I fucking messed up. But I get it up there, and I'll show you guys pictures on Monday. It looks fucking cool. I will give you that. But when the pictures I show you, half the cotton on one spot is coming off. She doesn't even notice it. There's a huge fucking like bow on one of the ends where I probably should have hammered it in. She didn't even notice that. Uh, but yeah, so for like 4 days, man, she fucking slept under some clouds. Looked really cool. Does not acknowledge or like notice that this thing looked horribly put together. And that's why it's cool to be a 6-year-old. Because for like the next year, for like the rest of the year, I'm like the coolest person. I have a semi cool idea. I semi execute it. She's like, that's perfect. She's like, that's how I would have done it. She looks at it. She's like, perfect, done. Uh, no, no. Uh, maybe I like. I'm fine with the way. I just wish the the only thing I would have done different. I can't fix the hammering of it. Like it was gonna bow. Like that's fine. I wish I would have had the better glue, which is fucking like a spray adhesive and just fucking spray the fucking thing and then cottoned it down. But it does look really cool. Uh, it took me a minute because I had to figure out how to plug the stupid thing in. 6 years old, wears Roby colored glasses. Yes, they do. She- I'm up there. I show her to her. She's like, "Oh, so cool!" And then she's playing with the buttons, so she can play with like what colors she wants to fade in and out. So, and then she has a nightlight that has the green stars and the. So it all worked out really well. It looked really cool. I only kicked myself on the cotton aspect of it. The rest of it, I was like, it wasn't gonna. I don't even know how I could have done better. I don't because I don't know how to attach anything to a ceiling. Kids are cool, man. And then like 5, 6, 7, super fucking cool, man. They're fucking awesome. They're good. I look forward to you having kids too. Hopefully, you're a little bit more handier than I am. But like if okay, oh here's why I'm not hard on myself. If I was ever to redo it and or replace it, I will throw that thing so fast away because I can't let anybody see or deconstruct what it is that we did. I cannot let anybody see that because you guys are gonna look at it and be like, "Nope, you were not hard. Ben was not hard enough on himself." So I think it's worth redoing or more, not redoing, more of. I think we could probably get one more. I think we can go more. I think we should do more. I'm coming over now. No, you're right. I'll call you out on that. But it was cool. It helps the confidence a little bit to be like, hey man, this looks totally like shit. But she totally did. She dug it. I thought it looked cool. I just didn't like that it was hanging off a little bit. Thank God it didn't like. Here was one of the concerns I had. Like night one, I was like, I hope this thing doesn't fucking fall on her. Like she's just sleeping, and all of a sudden it's like fucking cotton on her, and she's just fucking traumatized. You will not see. Like, the beauty of it is like, I don't know when the next time you'll ever come over. Hopefully Liam never sees it. Liam will, don't let Liam know because he'll fucking poke holes at it too. No way, because I would show up and you'd be dead asleep in the rolling chair. Nah, no, I'm wide awake now. Doors are locked. You'll see a picture of it. It does look cool. I will give you that.
One of my favorite things to do is watch little kids meet each other and then play. Like instantly, they're best friends, and then they run around together. It's like the coolest thing in the world. I don't know where we lose all of that. I think like statistically, like third grade, fourth grade is when we start getting all catty and shit. But dude, 6 and 7 years old, man, the perfect age to be like, hey, you're my size, let's be friends, and then just run around and jump down slides and shit. Like it's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Okay. Have some play dates. So we went to the funeral a couple of weeks ago. X, who had the rock, couldn't go, but we got talking and was like, "Hey, you have a 6 year, 7 year old, 7 year old. I got a 6 year old. She's got a bunch of kids." So I'm like, maybe we can fucking get the kids together. So we went to a fucking indoor park. Thing was amazing, amazing. They got me in there running around. Uh, but when we introduced them, we went to McDonald's first. We were like, "Hey, this is introduce them so they have a familiar face, so that way when the next day when we go to the park, everybody knows who everybody is. But man, there's something about 6-year-olds that are just like the coolest thing in the world, man. They're like, hey, you're my size. We're best friends right now. And then they just run around. But yeah, so for like 2 days, she had like a little friend and just ran around. Um, Thick as thieves, man. Up the slide, down the slide, like, and they basically attached at the hip, and it was actually fun to watch. Sophia kind of run around with some friends. Um, they had me Kids Empire, Big Jungle Gym, dude. She had me in that thing all day, man. We went to sleep quick. I passed out, dude. I went down so many slides, and then I'm so like it was cool because like adults can go in it too. So it wasn't just a kids only thing. So I was up there doing slides and hiding and fucking running around doing some shit. So it was fun. But at the same time, she was like, boom, hanging out with her friends. Nikki does point out that third grade starts the small grouping and rude opinions. In fourth grade, girl drama starts. Oh, that's exciting. I don't think is it limited to girls, or I mean, is it a boy thing too? Because I mean, William didn't like some of his buddies that he had over here. Uh, how long ago was that? That's what we do when we're at Funbox. We're running and jumping until all of us are exhausted. Boys start similar trends a year or two afterwards because girls definitely mature faster and they're much cattier. Um, yeah, I don't. I like going to Funbox. I like going to places, um, but it is fun to watch Sophia play with other kids. And what's funny, even fun, like it doesn't even have to be like a play date necessarily. Dude, this girl, she'll fucking be friends with anybody. Like when we go to the park and stuff, she says, hey, you want to play a game? Let's play a game." And then they run around and play games. Um, it's developmental. The boys are chiller until about fifth or sixth. Yeah, man, we're chill. I like it. It's developmental. That's just a nice way of saying boys are slow. Her teachers always say that she's a great friend. She is. Super caring. Um, she's fine. She comes over and she'd tell you some little boy fell and that she helped him up, or she sees something. She's like, I didn't do it. She's like, "Hey," so she. I think she's just so easygoing. She's very easygoing. A little. Uh, I think that's why we did the meet and greet first at the McDonald's, was just so that way because she can be standoffish, not standoffish, shy. She's very shy for a minute, but once you give her the okay to be like, go play, she's just like, goodbye. And then she just leaves you. And then she wants me to climb up. And then I go down the slide. Um, yeah, I almost had an observation, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, but yes, 6 years old, easy going, out there running around, doing her thing. Playing with a bunch of little kids. Dude, what's even funnier? So Sophie's 6, Mackenzie's 7, and then like what's fun every once in a while is you see like the 4-year-old following around. I just like watch. It's just fun watching little kids just like interact with each other. Her being shy is me, and everyone loves her. Loving her is you. No one loves me anymore. They're like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. No, they people like me. Yeah, she's fun. She's a good kid, man. I like it.
All right, so I don't know what moms would have done in this particular problem solving uh, quest, But so she fell asleep on the couch. She wanted to take a small nap before bed. Knew she was done, but she's on the top bunk. So I don't know. I suppose I could have left her on the couch, but I'm like, no. I guess I should put her back in her bed. So I try to carry over, and then I'm like, hey, wake up. And I carried her to the ladder. Dude, would not move. So I was like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, want me to just throw you up there? Dude, I had to throw my kid onto the top bunk. Like, that was the coolest thing in the world. Yeah. Dad problem solving is the shit.
Uh, dude, it is interesting. Dads versus moms. I know, I, I know you don't, right? But the idea of joking of like, hey, when is an appropriate age for a kid to ride in the front seat? Fucking moms lose their goddamn mind. They're like college, and I was like, well, she's not in the front seat. I get that, but man, they don't even like joking about that kind of stuff. Okay, so Sophie, we come home, she eats, and then she's just like on the, and it's like, I'm like, hey man, it's almost bedtime. She's like, hey, hey, hey. She looks at like no joke, convinces me. She's just like, I'm gonna take a small nap before bed. I'm like, but bed's like very soon. She's like, I'm just gonna gets her blanket, just pulls over, and she just like, just a couple of minutes. So I'm like, fine, sure. Fall asleep on the couch. Okay. One, this kid is 100% mine. This kid sweats like crazy. She was just like, so I pick her up 9:30 ish, right? She's still fucking, she's knocked out. So I carry her into the room. We were doing some stuff, so we couldn't do like Liam's bed. So I'm like, hey, she looks at me, and then she does this like limp thing, but still enough awake to be like, hey, you want to get into bed? She's like, yes. And I'm like, can you crawl into bed? And she's like, and then she's sleeping again. Uh, you're losing your edge. She's hustling the hustler all over the place. Oh yeah, 100%. So I look at her and I was like, hey man, I need you to get in your in the bunk. So I look, so I'm like, do you want me to just throw you up there? She's like, so I have to take her, and then I have to, and then I laid her down. Uh, and then she just rolls right over and says goodnight. So I was like, she talks in her sleep, so she may have not even heard you. Well, that's cool. Um, I didn't throw her, but 100%. I had to like place her over the top rail, and then she just rolled over and back to sleep. Mom has to move her every night. I get that, but not up necessarily. Because then the question is like, do I just let her sleep on the couch? Dude, this girl rolls like a crazy person. Dude, she can't sleep straight. Uh, Your Honor, let's read back the court recording. Okay. Um, we went camping and she rolled outside of her tent. Dude, this girl just rolls, dude. Just rolls for days. So I can't keep her on the couch. The defendant said through. Uh, she's a thrasher. She is. Um, Your Honor, sometimes Ben on a mind pocket will exaggerate a little bit. Um, so therefore, when he says through, he didn't mean literally. He meant figuratively. And if we go back to uh, oh my God, what was it? I think Kelly hated this day. 2017, Webster did update the definition of literally to also mean figuratively. So I literally and figuratively threw her on the bed. So sorry, Your Honor. I think we should dismiss this case and remember you're here tomorrow for sentencing. How dare you? If I remember correctly, she absolutely hated that. She was like appalled that there would ever be the definition. JJ's 11 still sleeps like a wild animal. They twitch a lot. I don't know if that means anything. For the most part, I think pretty still. I think. Mhm. I mean, yeah, uh, I still do. Mhm. So, um, I would like for the record, I did not throw a child onto the top bunk. So, closing arguments. She was gently placed. Then I'll serve as a peer in the jury. I 100% throwing the kid into the bed. You just love that. Gotta do what you gotta do. Pulled. What's the breast? Oh.
I focus grouped an idea for fucking Mind Pocket fucking bingo. Got a bunch of scoffs, bunch of no's. I don't know. I still think it would work as like a drinking game. How cool would it be if I can get a smaller group of people that are like routinely like hanging out on the weekend, mind pocket fucking bingo while drunk? That might be like my in. We'll see.
Yes. But I think I want to move forward with the bingo for sure. But one of the things I mentioned, I was like, hey, Brandy, I have Mind Pockets. And she's like, what the fuck is Mind Pockets? I'm like, hey. I'm like, it's fucking my best. It's like one of my favorite shows. And she's like, she's like, I'm busy on Saturdays. I'm like, well, who the fuck is busy on Saturdays? She's like, I have friends. I'm like, well, and they're out drinking. So I was like, well, you should just pipe in Mind Pockets while everybody's drinking and play bingo. How crazy would that be? But then it got me thinking. I still want to do Mind Pockets live at a bar. I've considered and started looking into finding bars that let me podcast from there. We'll get there eventually, but whatever. But it did make me think I do want to get bingo going. Like if I put the center square as best saying, well, it's interesting is yes. I thought the middle square would technically be like the whimsy at the end, but whatever. To be fair, I don't think it would stop you. No, it wouldn't. Um, I'm going to work on some of the. We're year 4. The big thing I got pushback on was like, what do you get for winning bingo? So I'm going to come up with some prizes, some legit prizes. I'm going to like sit down, iron out the rules. How do we get your cards? How do we get them approved? Uh, and we're going to move forward on bingo at some point, even if it's just like a rando event, like bingo week. Your bingo card is good for the 3 shows, the Monday, the Nooners, and we'll see. We'll see. Bingo's coming. We're doing it. We just have to figure out the only logistical problem I have is I have to have this one has to have somebody other than me. I can't know what the bingo cards are. So I think I get people to submit bingo cards, or I can make extra bingo cards and send them to people. I need someone to make the bingo cards so that I don't know what is on the bingo card, because then that would skew my show. I'd be avoiding or purposely trying to hit some of the squares. So once I figure that out, we're doing bingo. I can email it to you guys. I'll print them out and hand them out if I have to. I think that would be fun. Okay. Can we AI generate this thing? So I would need somebody to email me. Shit. I'm trying to figure out how to do it without knowing what is on the card. I'll pay somebody. That's it. I'm just going to pay somebody. I'm going to pay somebody to make me like 10 bingo cards and have 10 people participate. I think that's it. That's all we're going to do. I got to find someone who listens enough that can come up with the 10 different cards and different placements. That's what we're going to do. So what we need 24, 100. So I need like what 100 different things across 10 cards, and they'd all be in different locations. Like that'd be fair, right? So Ben says that's interesting. Multiple people can have it, but they'll be in different spots. All right, we're gonna figure it out.
All right, so we've done a couple of things. Like we tried not to copy Tom, Steve, Dave that much. So a couple of games I've left out that I didn't want to do because it's kind of their signature game. But 100%, no joke. They're working on a new project for their Patreon. That is 100% something that I came up with a year ago, almost 2 years ago now, where they want to buy old VHSs and watch old media. 100% that's what they're in the process of attempting to do. That was my idea. So I think that means I have to figure out how to do that. And I need to be the first to do it. Not of like everybody, but so they're going to do it on their Patreon. I think that's how they circumvent the blocking, the oh my god, what am I trying to say? Copyright. That's right. But I still have the VCR. I still have the setup. I still have all the VHSs. So there's a chance in the next couple of weeks, if I can figure out how to keep it set up, we might start seeing some random media VHS, Whimsy VHS or something. I don't know. We'll figure out a name later. But yes, not saying they copied my idea, but they had an idea that I also had. I just had to have it first.
Not the first time that this has happened. They took my TV guide idea, so much so that they had 5 episodes in which they bought TV guides and they went through the whole TV guide. Bothers me. I had that idea in episode 2. But on the most recent episode, Tell 'em Steve Dave, Walt Flanagan had bought a bunch of VHSs. None of the VCRs worked, so they weren't able to do it yet. But the idea was that they're going to play the videos on the VHSs, and then a handful of people would comment on whatever was on the VHS. I played one a while ago on the old setup in year 1. The setup is not hard. I just need a bigger place to fit like fucking gigantic ass VCR and a handful of fucking VHSs. Um, if I do the new desk setup that I want, it could fit because I can just leave it plugged in. I just don't know where to plug in a fucking VCR. But I'm excited to know that Tell 'em Steve Dave, they have a very successful Patreon. They have a very successful podcast. They have been podcasting for 15 years. The Patreon has been going on 9 years, in which every week they have a different show for the last 9 years. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do Sexy Time Whimsy on the Patreon, and then maybe we do some old VCR. Be Kind Rewind. with Chasing the Whimsy. That's pretty. That's pretty good. That's VHS, right? Econ Rewind. I like it. I still have all those VHSs, and some of them I've never even looked at. I purposely have not looked at them. There was a couple I did look at. Oh my god, they were fun. I have a wedding video, and then I have like 2 hours of someone learning to ride a horse. Don't know. Oh, I do have a lot of VHSs. So yeah, we're gonna figure out how to do that. We're gonna do some VHS episodes. Don't know what the hell that means. We're just gonna figure it out.
All right. 100% great week. No problems with that. But in the last 16 hours, man, holy crap. The roller coaster of emotions I'm going through right now. Bonkers. This is like, I don't know. We can't leave Ben alone in certain headspaces. No good. Overall, love the week. Yeah. But then you start overthinking it, Ben, and then it gets like worse, and then like, oh man, it's been all over the place. I don't know. I don't know what else to say to that, and I don't even know what I want to say after this. But yeah, great week. The rest of it was just like a huge slap in the face of like, here's how you fucked up and why you can't have this all the time. Good job, Ben.
So yeah, can I be more vague? Absolutely, can be way more vague. So this is the Hazy. If you're still here, man, this is the question you bring up whenever we have our crossover episode. You're like, hey, man, remember episode 9 Pocket 120? What the fuck were you talking about? What was so vague? Oh, I don't know, man. Uh, awesome week. No problems with the week, man. But man, alone Ben does not do well sometimes. That's all I got. I wish I could elaborate more. I think anything more gets too sad, Dad. I don't think we need sad, Dad. We're having a good time right now. Um, let's see. I watched 72 Hours with Kevin Hart. That hit a little close to home. And it's so stupid because the movie we watched today for Lasagna and Hammer, movie that made us, like, I will try to have such a bad memory though. Good. I didn't expect you to. We're just we're gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be talking magic, and he's like, "Hey man, what about that 20?" And then, dude, we're just gonna drop the whole episode is just gonna tank, and he's like, "Man, I'm sad. I'm sad." Uh, Hazy needs to be my man on the inside. Ask the real questions. Um, no, I don't know. It's such a I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could like. Oh, let's see if I can break this down real quick. Let me think. I don't think there's a good way to break it down. I don't think there is. You think? I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing that I'm really like, Not so much sad dad. A lot of reflecting that you have the best week and you look at it and you're like, why? Then you start asking a bunch of whys. Then you watch some TV and then they're saying a bunch of shit. You're like, well, clearly they're talking about me because the problem that we've had in recent weeks is that every movie I watch specifically talking to me. No idea why. Like for whatever reason, whatever TV shows I watch or movies that I watch have some way pointed directly back to me, and I overthink it. Huge mess. Like I can't even watch more. Like, ugh, don't know. Sorry for the vagueness. No, it totally sucks. I don't know. All I know is Ben's in his head a little bit today. Not enjoying it too much. Nothing bad. Not sad, Dad. I'm not. Here's what's interesting too. Oh, God damn it. Time wise, Ben is due for a small mental breakdown. But I don't even think we're even close to that. I'm so much in a better place overall than just get sad and lonely. That's it. That's all we got. Check my phone, she says. And she says, don't text people when you're on live stream. Stand by. Let me see. Mm, no. Ooh, not in the way you think. Okay, okay. Let me see. Okay, hold on. We're gonna try to wrap our head around some of this. I feel it, man. I'm in my own head all the time. Yeah, it is. It's fucking weird. It's a lot of like, ooh, Kelly almost got me. She almost got me. Good for you. Oh, I don't have a good answer for the live stream. I might text somebody back and elaborate, but uh, Ben does tend to get into his head a little too much and too often sometimes. And okay, here's some of the reason, right? Ben uses the podcast to distract from everything else, right? Like, oh, Ben is feeling away. Let's distract from that and let's play on the podcast, right? I have not podcasted or done anything on this computer in like 6 days. Uh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like 5.5 days. I have done nothing on this computer, so I've had nothing to distract me. Sophia and I had a good time. Boom, she leaves. Ben's alone again, and then it's like, let's just reflect on that. So, but yeah, overall, I think I'm fine. And this is like the thing I find like where like I'm screaming for help. No, no. Uh, maybe Monday. Monday might help. Give me some time to fucking think about it, organize some thoughts, and then nobody ever watches Monday. Nikki's so funny. She's like, I don't watch Monday. It's over my head. She's like, she doesn't follow most of it. I said, oh, I get it. The second half of Mondays are pretty good, but Nikki's working again. Haha. Um, yeah, I don't think anything crazy. Okay, that's all I got. I don't really. I honestly don't have much more. But I'm confident in what the fuck I'm trying to say. All I know was we had a great week, and I was sad to see everybody go. It's fair. Nobody wants to see fucking the good week go away. School starts. People have to go back to work. I have to go back to work again soon. I'm working by myself, so like this is just a bunch of shit going on. That's it. That's it for the show, everybody. We got the Patreon, patreon.com/chasing the whimsy. We do have the current book out and available right now. You can go on Amazon and purchase one if you'd like. Uh, Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, and Enderfrog, EC1, Violet, Lasagna Hammer, Blake, Vinny S, Kelly, Megan, Kit, and Nature's Wing 75, which will now be Rose and Whiskey, I think, is what they're changing their name to. You ended on a sad one. I know. I don't have a good one, though. I don't have anything else. It was sad. Like at the end of the day, like when you have a bomb week like this, and then everybody's fucking just like leaves, there's no good to end on. Like it would have been cool to be like, hey, I did something fun today. Or like, I don't know. But hey, you got the book. This book is happy, except for the fucking last page, man. But you can go to patreon.com/chasing the whimsy. There's a $4 tier if you guys want to help out, support everything that we're trying to do. There's a $10 tier that will get you guys some sweet merch. You guys can see all the merch that we did in the yearbook. Um, but yes, help out where you can. We're all doing okay. Might need your fake handiness tomorrow morning. Yeah. Do I need a tool or anything? Or like, what kind of handyman? is there something I should be Googling tonight so that I don't see? Like, just one thing. Like, you can embarrass yourself in front of a 6-year-old because she'll never fucking notice, and/or she'll think it's kind of cute. But there's nothing you could do. Like, yeah, I can't embarrass myself in front of Kelly because then she's gonna be like, "Ooh, ew. I don't think we should ever see each other again," and we're taking the kid. Like, that's the kind of stuff I can't have happen. So, I can fix your drawer or dressers. I can fix dressers. I can handle it. I can do that. But yeah, that's it for the show. Look at that 120. It was a fun episode. Hazy, I appreciate you, man. 100% for coming out, hanging out. Um, Again, Kelly's gonna have to help me with the names. Howling at Nights is the Twitch channel. Uh, Alargus, Hazy are on there 3 or 4 times a week, um, playing games, talking, chit chatting. There's a lot of Magic the Gathering talking recently, so keep that up for sure. Um, but yeah, go check them out on Twitch. The podcast on YouTube and Spotify, Nights Howlers Network. Check them out. They're a fun episode. They did some of the they did some anime talk recently. I think they did, if I remember semi correctly, they did a list of some sort of anime. I know there was anime talk. It was good times. They're a fun time. Um, two good guys. If you guys want a good solid show, play in the background while you're working. They record for multiple hours, so it's a good time. Um, but that's all we got for you guys. Let's end with Lurgus 3, everybody, on Twitch. What's funny is we'll see Lurgus on Monday. He likes to jump in on Mondays. Uh, if he streams a little bit before, he streams earlier in the morning, so like noonish, he normally jumps in and says hi. So we got Hazy this week. We'll get Lurgus on Monday probably. But hey, always welcome to come in and hang out. And then 100%, man, we're gonna have you guys on the show proper. Uh, we'll start scheduling some interviews. I think you both are ready. I think you guys are fantastic. I enjoy you guys both. Keep up the good work. Check them out on Twitch and YouTube. Come see me back on Monday. No idea what Monday looks like. I haven't even started putting Monday together. All I know is I got some videos that Sophie did, some things that we did for Sophie. So Monday is just gonna be a Sophie centric day. Dad's best week. I like it. He does overnight, so he's just gets off work early. Yeah, I look forward to it. You guys have a good night. Thank you for everything, and I'll talk to you later. Whimsy.